All right, guys, I'm going to teach you 10 steps in this video to be more confident in sales. Listen, if you don't have confidence in sales, it can make everything seem impossible, everything seem hard. You're going to get small paychecks, and sometimes you're not even going to know why. It's these little behaviors that you can use to elevate your career and make it rain money. Listen, there's some people, you see them doing their jobs, and they make it look easy in sales. They've just been taught some certain behaviors that you don't know that you're going to learn by the end of this video. All right, guys, so you've seen the salespeople when they show up, they're on fire, they're confident, they look like they're just having the most fun with customers. And it can seem a little bit overwhelming if you don't have that confidence or you lack that confidence. In sales, if you lack that confidence, you are going to get small paychecks. So this one thing that I'm going to teach you, these little behaviors are things that you can do to appear more confident. Now I'm saying appear more confidence because there's this internal confidence and then there's this external confidence. You're going to have both. Internal confidence comes from the memory of success. So the more you do this thing, there's a phrase in personal development, be plus do equals have. Become something, you'll do something at a higher level, you'll have something naturally. Like if I want the Lamborghini, I got to back into how I'm going to get the Lamborghini. I got to become the person that can have that. I got to do something that equals that, and then I will have it. But I want to remix that up. Circle do 1,000 times. The more you do something, the more repetition you have. Repetition is the mother of skill. The more you do it, a lot of people get caught in the becoming it, which the becoming it is important. The studying, the training, those things are going to create confidence in you for sure. But then when you go out and you start shooting the ball, you can't score the ball unless you shoot the ball. And so if you go out and you start doing that thing at a higher level, you start, getting your butt kicked, running through the wall, not giving up, you start creating this internal confidence of that you're going to make it. Okay. So in sales, you got to expect rejection. You got to expect to go through these things, and you can't let that hurt your confidence. So there's this internal confidence that you're going to develop by training, getting better, and growing at your craft. And you're going to design that out, and it's a training plan. What are the skills that I'm going to have to need? Well, if it's sales, it's confidence. Okay. Now, there's these external behaviors. I'm going to go over 10 behaviors that you can have to start having more confidence on your face, in your body, in your tonality, in your look, and in what you do. A lot of you might be missing these, and these could be the things that flip your paycheck around and start getting you more money right away, okay? And they could be the things that are killing some of your sales right away, and you might not even know it. That's the craziest thing. You don't know what you don't know. What you should probably ask your customers if they don't buy from you is why, because you'll figure out real quick that you're not as good as you think you are, okay? And a lot of it does have to do with this confidence. So number one, they maintain eye contact. Eye contact is super important. Eye contact tells me if I trust you or not. If your eyes are constantly going like this, you're constantly like, what is this guy's problem? Like, what is he thinking about? And it makes you feel weird about them. There's a guy I saw in the gym today, and I was talking to him, and he's just like this every single time I see him, and it makes me feel weird around him. Like, I literally feel like I don't trust him. And he's a good guy, but I'm always like, gosh, he makes me feel weird, okay? So what I want you to do, you might not even know that, but in sales, when you go into an interaction with somebody, your posture needs to be an offensive posture, not defense, slouchy, bleh. You're going to have to be presentable. You're going to have to be sitting up straight, ready to go. Eyes meeting eyes right here. Eyes are the window to the soul. They tell you what people are up to. They tell you if they doubt themselves. They tell you if they have fear. They tell you if they have shame, guilt. Listen, what are you doing? The guys that are working on themselves, sales is personal development in disguise. I want you to write that down. Sales is personal development in disguise. My eyes will be on fire the more I work on my internal confidence, okay? And the more I work on my internal confidence, the more that I don't have to project something that I'm not, okay? So if you have that eye contact, if you're working on yourself, people are going to see that you love what you do. People are going to see that you're hitting this new level. You know when you walk into any business and you get the expert. You also know when you walk in and you get the amateur, okay? So in order to get through that amateur stage, you're going to have to do the work of training yourself in whatever it is that is your craft. Break it down. What do I need to learn? In sales, I'm going to give you an example. Objections, closing, speaking, branding and marketing, all these little things add up to be the big things in sales, okay? The way that I present myself, my tonality in sales, those are all going to be very important things to make me a very well-rounded salesperson. But number one, you're going to have that good eye contact. Don't break eye contact. If you think it's weird, it's because you think it's weird. Stop thinking it's weird because you make me think it's weird. Eye contact is normal, especially in the business world, okay? Only people that aren't in the business world or aren't high level in the business world don't understand that. If you have Zoom presentations, you better have good eye contact with the camera, okay? Number two, they're going to speak with a steady, calm voice of certainty, a surety. They are sure of what they are saying. A lot of people are like, You don't even feel like they believe in what they are saying. Persuasion is that you believe in the words that you are saying. Okay, it's not the special words that come out of your mouth. It's if those special words come out of your mouth and you believe them, People can tell if what you're saying, you believe it. So you must believe it and you must speak with certainty. You must speak with a calm, confident, certain voice. And if you have that, people will naturally believe in what you say. Number three, they don't feel the need to brag. Like a lot of people that have those sales interactions, they're like, I'm this, I'm that. People don't care about that, man. They know who the real dog is. They know who the real successful person is in their company. Only people that are running around bragging about different stuff are people that aren't sure of themselves. So they need validation from other people, okay? And most of the time they don't get the validation from other people. So they have an internal confidence issue because they think that they're less than because they need to get validated. So don't feel the need to get validated from others. Be sure of who you are in your heart, in what you've done, in who you are and what you bring to these conversations. When you go into these conversations, you must know who you are. And a lot of people have to go brag about their accolades and all this stuff. And most people fall asleep in an interaction with them because they're just trying to prove it. You don't have to prove it if people can see it on your face. You don't have to prove it if people can see it in your frequency. You don't have to prove it if people can see it in your results. Number four, they listen more than they speak. Guys, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. The person that's listening the most in any interaction, they're the person that wins because they're the person that truly understands. There's a lot of people when you're with them, it's like, they want to finish your sentence. They can't wait to get something out and prove how great they are, how amazing they are. Confident people don't speak like that. Confident people are usually they're the quietest in the room. I'm a loud guy for sure. I'm passionate, I'm intense. But if you see me in any business interaction, if you see me in any networking interaction, I promise you I'm getting the questions out of you so that I can understand who you are. If I even want to be around you, if I want to do business with you and what our future looks like together very, very quickly. Confident people are sizing people up left and right because while they're talking, they're disclosing who they really are in their energy, in their frequency, in their mindset, in the way they process issues, in the way they talk about other people. So confident people are very, very aware. They're listening, they're watching, they're looking, and they're seeing what you say. They're seeing how you say it. They're seeing if you believe it. So you got to do that. The rule for listening is don't listen to respond intelligently, like a smartass. Oh, I know this. Listen so that you can truly understand. 2 different mindsets. Are you listening to really understand people or are you listening just to prove who you are? You got to understand that that's confidence. Confidence is somebody that's listening so that they can understand who that person is and take the conversation somewhere.
Hey guys, it's the Macklin Twins. Let's go. Hey guys, if you have any questions at all, we want you to text us. Our phone number is 480-780-2203 and one of us will get back to you. We got your back for life. Let's get back to the video. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Somewhere. Number 5, they're not scared to say they don't know. There's a lot of people running around out there and they're just filling the world with a bunch of bullshit. Or they're in conversations with people and they're trying to prove how smart they are and they're lying. They're lying straight through their teeth. Confident people, they're saying, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. It's not something that I have expertise in. So don't be scared to say you don't know, especially in sales interactions. Typically, the customers have done more research than you. Okay, customers are very well educated nowadays. And so if a customer comes in and they say, what is this? And you don't know, and then you lie, they probably will catch you in that lie. Confident people say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, if I don't know that, I'm going to find out for you. Before you leave today, I'm going to make sure that I give you all the information that you need necessary. I'm going to write that down. I got you. Okay. If you go into interactions like that in sales and you don't lie to the customer, you don't break your integrity because you have integrity, you have character, people can sense that and they love that. I used to tell my customers, hey, if I don't know something, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll find out and I'll write it down before you leave because it's just not the salesperson I am. I'm a different breed. And so I just don't make things up. And they'd be like, oh my God, that's refreshing. Like, I wish we could get this in every sales interaction. I know. Most salespeople are liars, cheaters, thieves, all this bull crap. Okay. You don't have to be. And the more confidence you want to build with yourself, what is confidence again? It's your reputation with yourself. It's, are you doing the right thing? It's, are you going the extra mile? It's, are you the best at what you do? It's, are you doing the training? That internal confidence that you have core values, that you stand for something. People can tell what you stand for. They can see it in your eyes. They can see it in your belief system. A lot of people don't have that because they don't have any confidence. They just lie to themselves, start stuff, stop stuff, don't do stuff, don't treat customers right, don't treat their families right. Blah, blah, blah. They're just on this wheel of bullshit. And then they're like, I want to be more confident. I'm like, how about just start with keeping the promises to yourself today? You say you're going to do 20 calls, but you do 4. You say you're going to get in the cold plunge, but you don't. You say you're going to do this, but you don't. You have to just start with keeping the promises with yourself. You say you're going to do a 50-day workout challenge, but you did 6. Like you got to start with that reputation with yourself. The confidence is a reputation with yourself. Who do you believe you are? What is your reputation with yourself? If it's bad, fix it. Okay. If you got a 400 credit score with yourself, fix it. Fix it. You got an 800 credit score with yourself, keep building it. Keep building it. Get it to a 900. Let's go. Number 6, we talked about this a little bit, but they just don't need validation from others. They validate themselves. They're not seeking external validation from everybody else. So their confidence isn't like, is that girl like me? Is this person like me? I like me, dude. I like me. And that's the only thing that matters, is that I like me and I'm a good person and I'm working on myself and I'm comfortable with me. A lot of people, they're not comfortable with them. So you go to teach them like word tracks or whatever it is in sales, and the way they say them is all, it's all mopey, it's all down, it has no belief, it has no confidence, it has no eye contact, because they've just lied to themselves. They've just been mean to themselves for a lot of years. You got to talk good to yourself, man. You only got one you. And if you're not going to do that, how are you going to make it in sales? You're not. You got to believe you're the best. You got to train yourself to be the best. You got to talk to yourself like you're the best. You got to validate yourself that you're the best, that you are doing the work, that you're doing things that nobody else is doing. And if you can do that, it's very easy to start to believe that. You can go from not believing that to working really hard, keeping the promises to yourself, to believing it overnight. People can't even believe what changed with you and what changed in your results. Honestly, you started keeping your word to yourself. You started validating your own self. And you just did a lot of these tips that we've already been talking about. And everything changes for you. Number 7, they embrace challenges and failures, man. They understand that challenges and failures are a part of life, okay? Amateur people don't understand that challenges and failures are a part of life. What they're like is like, oh,
I failed. Oh, I didn't have a good monitor. Oh, I didn't do this. Oh, this is harder than I expected.
That's not what winners do, man. Winners expect it to be hard. They're thankful for it to be hard. Listen, if God wanted to make a strong human being, what would he put him through? Okay, do you want to be a strong human being? Well, anything that you beat in your past, it's made you stronger today. Okay, if you look at it like that, or you look at it like a victim and you're like, oh, my past was so hard, you don't know what I've been through. I'm looking at my past like, bro, I'm unkillable. I'm unbeatable. You should have seen the giant that I had to fight. You should have seen the demon that I had to fight. You should have seen the way that I used to function. You should have seen the way that I used to do these things. Look at me now. Look at me now. My frequency, my thought process is different about my past failures than yours. I expect to fail daily. I expect to fail in sales conversations and different things, and that's a part of life, and I learn from those things. Most people never learn from their failures. They never address them. They just look at them and they look at them as like scars that just never helped them in life. When in reality, man, those are the things that make you great. You know, if you look at anybody that's done anything great in the world, look at Elon Musk. I mean, his companies almost went bankrupt. Look at anybody who's done anything. They've all faced so much challenges, so many different things in their life, and their failures catapulted them to who they are. The Rock had $7 in his bank account. He didn't go to the NFL. His whole life he was counting on that, and he thought that was his dream, and then his whole life changed. He was just a mess. Like, he was just going through a mess of a time, and that mess of a time shaped one of the most popular people in the world. He started a production company. It's called like $7.50 Productions. It was the money that he had in his pocket when he was tucking his tail between his legs, going back home to tell his mom that he was having a kid. He wasn't going to the NFL. He had all these problems going on, and he had $7.50 in his pocket. And he's supposed to be the one that's taking care of their entire family. A lot of shame can be built up in that moment. Okay? Use it. Use it. Get a reward for it. Get a reward for the pain. Get a reward for the things you're going through. Get a reward for the failures. Push through them. Look at anybody that you look up to. Just pick anybody. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Like, go back into their story. I was watching a Netflix documentary on Beckham, the soccer player. And man, that guy had to go through so much. Like, if you stepped into his shoes for one day, there's no way you would last. Like, he had some really, really tough things that happened in the middle of his career that would have just crushed almost anybody. I like to go back through documentaries of all these powerful people. Jeff Bezos. Like, just go look at that guy's life. It's a roller coaster, okay? But what successful people never do is they don't give up. They just keep going. It's not some statement on Instagram. It's not some mythological thing. They just understand that, man, there's always a spring after a winter. They understand that bad days last just as long as good days, and that they're going to make it through it. And ultimately, who you become as you're going through all of these hard things, it creates internal confidence if you continue to push through. On the worst days of your life, if you can show up, that to me is winning. Okay? It's not winning when everything is easy. It's winning when everything hurts, when everything is falling apart. You stay growing, you stay moving, and you stay shaking, and you stay having a grateful attitude. The things that you're facing right now, you might have a butter knife and you're fighting a dragon. Feels damn near impossible. You'll kill that dragon. It'll happen. And then one day you're going to have 50 dragons at your door. But you're going to have a nuclear bomb that you can drop on that dragon and crush them overnight. Because you've done all of this internal work that you're going to grow these skill sets that are going to be powerful. But you don't grow those skill sets without adversity. You don't grow those skill sets without perseverance. You don't grow those skill sets without extreme pressure. So some of you have no clue what I'm talking about because you got no pressure. You got no adversity. And then there's some of you that know what I'm talking about. And you're the ones that are going to change the world. You're the ones that are going to do some really big stuff because you do have that adversity. You do have that pressure. You do have a lot of those things that you're facing. That's the people that are dangerous. So just the way that you look at it. Winners know how to look at it. Losers don't. Poor me. Winner over here. Good. Let's go. Lock in. I'm ready. That's it. 8, practice active listening. When you show up in a conversation and you have that active listening, tell me more. You appear confident. You know, we just talked about embracing the challenges. You do that, you appear confident. You have active listening, and people can see that confidence that's brewing internally because you are working through those problems. You are getting out of them. You do still have a great attitude. You are making it happen. You are actively listening to people. Tell me, man, you're present. You know, part of active listening is you got to be present. You got to be present right there in that conversation. A lot of people, they're thinking about what they need to do while people are talking. We can see it. We can see it. You can see it. You can feel it. And that doesn't make it to where you can connect with them. You're one relationship away from a completely different life, but not if you're not present. Number 9, they got a frequency that introduces them before they even have to introduce themselves. And what that means is they've got a belief. They've got emotion about them. They're experiencing emotion. They're experiencing these good things of life and these blessings of life. So they're on fire. And you can see that person who's different than everybody. They're blossoming. That just comes from doing the work. That just comes from showing up and running through those barriers of belief. And that person tends to make everything look easy. You're like, oh, that person's got a good frequency, but I don't got that. Stop. That's your problem. Write this down. Performance plus knowledge minus leashes equals success. If you said, oh man, I don't have that frequency, that's your leash. If you say, I can't do any of these things, that's your leash. You're never going to get the success or the big success. Knowledge. You got to have these knowledge that we're learning, that we're growing, that you're doing these things. That creates that internal confidence. Performance. When you're doing the performance, you're doing the thing at a high level for a long period of time. That's something money can't buy. That is a skill set of consistency that you know you have. Might take a little bit long time, might take a little bit of time to develop that. And that's why most people don't, because they just go from career to 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 career, and they're just career give up artists. And they wonder why they don't have confidence. In order to have that confidence, you're going to have to do things for a long period of time so you believe in you and that you get those results and you're known for something. And if you can do that, that's how you're going to create more confidence in yourself. Number 10, you got to always be reflecting and adjusting. Confident people are always adjusting things that they like, that they don't like. They're creative. They're seeing different things. They know how to mirror different things. They're like, I like that. I'm going to do that. I can become that. I can do anything that I want to do. Confident people are delusional. They believe that they can absorb and have anything. If you believe that you can't, you can't. If you believe that you can, you can. Confident people believe that they can have all of it, and you can too. So these are 10 little traits that you can reflect into your frequency, into your eye contact, into your body language, into your internal relationship, into your external relationship, and anything that you're doing. And if you can do that, you're going to see your sales go up. You're going to see your life go up, the quality of your life go up, okay? So think about these things the next time you're going into a networking scenario and have fun. Confident people, they're always having fun. Let's go.
All right, guys, you're the true 1%ers. You made it to the end of the video. Let's go. Like, comment so we know who you are down below, and then share this video to somebody else who needs it. And also turn your notifications on because we got the fire coming every single day. Amazing. We'll see you at the next video. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.